If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. In the aftermath of Cleveland's 23-16 loss to the Baltimore Ravens, a game that left the fanbase buzzing with equal parts frustration and curiosity, all eyes have shifted toward the Browns' rookie quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, and the man responsible for shaping him into an NFL-caliber starter, head coach Kevin Stefanski. The story unfolding in Cleveland right now feels like one of those dramatic arcs you'd expect from a behind-the-scenes football documentary full of pressure, expectation, and the kind of scrutiny only a proud football city can produce. And at the center of this narrative, Stefanski is standing firm on one key message. He doesn't regret how he's handled Sanders' development so far, even after what Sanders himself called a rough regular season debut the moment Shedeur stepped onto the field for the second half against Baltimore. You could almost feel the energy shift. Browns fans collectively held their breath, hoping the rookie might provide a spark, a jolt, or maybe even a glimpse of the talent that made him such a talked-about prospect during the pre-draft months. But instead of electricity, what followed was a painful dose of reality. Sanders, thrust into action after Dillon Gabriel suffered a concussion, struggled through a stat line that was tough to look at. 4 completions on 16 attempts, 47 yards, number touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, an intentional grounding penalty, and a handful of throws that could have easily turned into additional turnovers. And yet, when Stefanski stood in front of reporters a day later, he didn't flinch, he didn't backpedal, he didn't offer excuses or regrets. Instead, he doubled down on his belief in the slow, steady approach to player development. He reminded everyone that Sunday marked the first time Sanders had actually been on the field with the starting offense since draft day. That detail alone became a lightning rod for opinion shows across the country, with analysts like Damian Woody and Shannon Sharpe ripping into the Browns for what they called a very strange distribution of first-team practice reps. From their perspective, Stefanski essentially sent Sanders into an NFL battlefield with barely more preparation than a preseason cameo. But Stefanski isn't buying that narrative. In his mind, development is a long-game process. It's built through consistent work, not through sudden, reactive overhauls. He pointed out that practice reps aren't the sole determining factor in a player's readiness, and that backups must always be prepared to step in. After all, injuries happen. Quarterbacks get thrown into the fire all the time. The great ones respond to adversity. The good coaches give them steady ground to grow from. Stefanski insists that's what he's doing with Shedeur. Still, the situation is undeniably complicated. When the Browns traded former QB1 Joe Flacco to the Bengals on October 7th, it was a move that seemed to say, "We believe in our young quarterbacks." It inadvertently vaulted Shedeur into the QB to role sooner than anticipated, and the pressure ramped up from that moment forward. But no one expected that pressure to come crashing down so suddenly and so violently as it did against Baltimore. Whether or not Stefanski anticipated Gabriel's concussion is irrelevant now. The reality is that the rookie stepped onto the field with a game on the line and struggled to adapt to Baltimore's relentless defense. Now, though, things shift again with Gabriel in concussion protocol. Sanders is slated to prepare as the full-time starter for this week's matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders, a 2-7 team in the middle of its own chaos. For the first time since draft night, the Browns coaching staff will be building a game plan specifically for him, tailored to his strengths, his mobility, his timing, and his comfort level with the offense. This week will be the first true test of Stefanski's developmental philosophy. For the first time, we'll get to see Sanders with the kind of preparation an NFL starter actually receives. The big question looming over all of this is simple. Will Shedeur Sanders improve now that he's getting the reps, the attention, and the planning that an NFL quarterback requires? Stefanski believes so. He insists the rookie's best path forward is built on repetition, hard work, and trust. He says Sanders is putting in the hours both on the field and in the meeting room. You can tell Stefanski genuinely wants this to work, not just for the team, but for Shedeur himself. But belief doesn't guarantee production, and patience doesn't guarantee progress. Sunday's game against the Raiders could be a turning point in the Browns' quarterback storyline. Or it could be another tough chapter in a season that's starting to feel more complicated than anyone in Cleveland expected. Let's be honest, the stakes for this upcoming game are much bigger than they seem on paper. If Sanders struggles again, especially against a team with a losing record and a defense far less intimidating than Baltimore's. The fallout could be immediate. He'd almost certainly return to the bench as soon as Week 13, when the Browns faced the powerhouse San Francisco 49ers. And that could create a ripple effect for the organization. Questions about the drafting strategy, questions about Stefanski's developmental process, questions about the direction of the franchise. That's the tricky part of modern NFL culture. One game can create weeks of backlash. 2 games can build a narrative that lasts all season. But on the flip side, imagine Sanders bouncing back. Imagine him taking the field in Las Vegas with a week of starter reps in his pocket, showing poise, confidence, and a little bit of that spark Cleveland fans were hoping to see. Imagine him connecting on quick reads, settling into Stefanski's timing-based system, finding rhythm with the first-team offense, and showing growth in the areas where he struggled so visibly in his debut. That scenario is absolutely possible. Rookies improve dramatically all the time with proper preparation and real game experience. Some quarterbacks just need the right stage, the right moment, and the right plan, and honestly, that's where this becomes such an intriguing storyline. Stefanski is staking his reputation on the belief that his developmental approach works not instantly, not magically, but gradually. Sanders is stepping into a spotlight he might not have expected this soon, but one that could define the early trajectory of his career. The Browns, meanwhile, are balancing the pressure of trying to salvage their season with the long-term vision of building a sustainable quarterback room. Every decision matters right now. Every rep matters. Every snap on Sunday will feel like a referendum on the coach, the player, and the franchise's confidence in its future. Cleveland fans are understandably anxious, but there's also this sense of possibility lingering in the air. It's the classic NFL feeling, the one that keeps viewers glued to screens and fans arguing in comment sections. The belief that things can change quickly, that a rookie can turn a corner, that a coach's message can finally click with a young player. Stefanski isn't promising perfection. He isn't even promising immediate success, but he is promising a process, and for now, he's standing his ground on the idea that the process is more important than the panic. As the Browns prepare for Las Vegas, the narrative continues to build. Will Shedeur Sanders silence the critics? Will Stefanski's steady-handed faith in him pay off? Or will this chapter go down as a case study in a team pushing a rookie too soon? Whatever happens, Sunday's game won't just be another matchup on the schedule. It's a moment of truth for a team trying to balance hope, pressure, and development under the weight of an entire city's expectations. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. You are not going to believe what just happened in the NFL. Absolutely wild, unprecedented, and something that fans are already calling historic. There's a storm brewing, a rumor that's turned into a headline nobody saw coming. It's the kind of story that makes you pause and check if you're actually reading it right. So, here's the deal. The Cleveland Browns have been declared the winners against the Baltimore Ravens after the NFL officially changed the result of the game. Yes, you heard that correctly. The league itself, the governing body that rarely admits to mistakes, has taken the extraordinary step of overturning a game's outcome, and it's sending shockwaves across the entire football world. If you've been following the Browns, or even just the drama of the NFL this season, you know this isn't just another game result. This is monumental. People are already calling it the miracle reversal or the Browns' redemption moment, and social media is exploding with reactions, theories, and of course, memes. The rumor started quietly, almost under the radar, with whispers about a potential officiating error, a controversial call that could have altered the outcome of the game. Sources close to the league hinted that there were irregularities in the way the game was handled, inconsistencies that, after review, could not be ignored. The Browns, who had fought tooth and nail during the match, suddenly found themselves back in the spotlight, their fans holding their breath as the NFL reportedly deliberated behind closed doors. Imagine being a fan in that stadium, watching your team play hard, thinking the scoreboard didn't favor you, and then waking up to a league announcement that changes everything. That's the kind of drama that movies wish they could script. Yet here we are, living it. People are speculating endlessly about what exactly triggered the decision. Some say it was a misinterpretation of a rule on the field. Others argue it was a missed call that, when reviewed, clearly should have gone the Browns' way. And of course, with every rumor, there are the conspiracy theories, whispers that the NFL is trying to shake things up, that they're sending a message, or even that the league recognized the immense fan base pressure the Browns carry. It's chaotic, it's juicy, and it's everything that makes sports news so irresistible. Fans of the Ravens, predictably, are not happy. The backlash is real, with debates erupting on every platform. From Twitter threads that read like full-blown war zones to heated comment sections on sports blogs. Some argue that the integrity of the game is being questioned, while others say that correcting a mistake, even if controversial, is exactly what the NFL should do, and right in the middle of it all. The Browns locker room is reportedly buzzing. Players are said to be in disbelief, some even emotional, as the news trickled down from league officials. Coaches have remained tight-lipped, but insiders claim there's a mix of relief, triumph, and cautious optimism. After all, being declared the winner retroactively is one thing, but the implications for team morale, playoff positioning, and public perception are enormous. The media is already having a field day. Analysts are dissecting every possible angle, replaying moments from the game that could have justified the reversal, and debating how this might change the way officials are trained, or how the league handles disputes moving forward. And then there's the fan reaction. Browns supporters are celebrating like never before, some claiming this as vindication for years of underdog struggles, while Ravens fans are organizing petitions, polls, and social media campaigns to challenge the decision. It's chaos, pure and unfiltered. Rumors about this game and its reversal are spreading like wildfire. There are whispers that this could set a precedent for future NFL games, that teams might be more vigilant in challenging calls, and that the league's willingness to admit a mistake might actually reshape the culture of officiating. Imagine a world where every questionable play carries a potential ripple effect, where games aren't just defined by the final whistle, but by the scrutiny that follows. Experts are already weighing in, saying that the NFL's decision could influence contract negotiations, player reputations, and even betting outcomes. Though everyone agrees that nothing about this moment is predictable, and while speculation rages on, there's one undeniable fact: the Browns are officially in the winner's column, and the Ravens are facing a reality they probably never expected. The ripple effect is massive, and the story isn't just about a single game, it's about the drama of professional football, the thin line between victory and defeat, and how a single ruling can rewrite history overnight. Social media is ablaze with hot takes, memes, and debates. Fans are dissecting every replay, every angle, every officiating decision, trying to understand how this moment came to be. Some highlight the specific plays, the penalties that may have been overlooked, or the timing of challenges that could have tipped the scales. Others speculate about behind-the-scenes negotiations, hinting at a level of league politics that most fans don't usually see. Meanwhile, broadcasters are struggling to keep up with the sheer magnitude of reactions, with some calling it the biggest game reversal in decades. And here's the thing: rumors are swirling that the Browns front office may leverage this reversal for momentum, not just on the field, but in marketing, fan engagement, and league influence. It's unprecedented, it's unpredictable, and it's exactly the kind of story that sports fans live for. No one knows how this will be remembered. In the long term, will this be seen as a triumph of fairness, or a controversial blemish in NFL history? Either way, it's a topic that will dominate discussions, podcasts, and YouTube commentary for weeks, maybe months, and the fan communities are thriving on every detail. From casual watchers to die-hard season ticket holders, everyone is picking apart the game, the ruling, and the ramifications. There are animated debates about whether the decision will influence future rivalries, player trades, or even the strategies coaches deploy in critical moments. Every angle is being examined, every rumor amplified. People are talking about this game in ways that go far beyond just the field. Sports bars are packed with fans reliving the drama, sharing hot takes, and debating what this reversal says about the state of the league. The Browns, for once, have the spotlight firmly on them, and they're basking in a moment that few teams ever experience. Some players are reportedly overwhelmed, while others are already looking ahead, strategizing for the next challenge with a renewed sense of confidence. And for the Ravens, it's a moment of reflection, frustration, and intense scrutiny, as their performance is dissected not just for the plays themselves, but for how a single ruling can dramatically change the narrative. The NFL, in this rare act of correction, has done something that could redefine what it means to contest a game, to question officiating, and to challenge assumptions about fairness in professional sports. And the rumors aren't stopping. Some are suggesting that league officials will issue more formal statements in the coming days, clarifying the rationale, the rules invoked, and how similar situations might be handled in the future. Others hint at potential appeals, debates, and discussions that could ripple far beyond this single matchup. The energy, the chatter, the speculation, it's like a perfect storm of football drama. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are captivated, glued to every update, every snippet of news, and every hot take. And at the center of it all, the Browns are the official winners. A fact that was once unthinkable and now is part of the record books. It's a story of controversy, triumph, and the kind of league drama that reminds us why football isn't just a sport, it's a spectacle, a narrative, and in moments like these, a roller coaster of emotions that sweeps everyone along. Nobody saw this coming, everyone is talking about it, and as the buzz continues to grow, one thing is certain, the Cleveland Browns being declared winners over the Baltimore Ravens is going to be a story that sports fans are not going to forget anytime soon. It's a rumor that turned into reality, a controversy that became history, and a narrative that has already captured the imagination of the NFL world. And even as new details continue to emerge, as debates rage and theories multiply, one thing is clear: this moment, this reversal, will be dissected, debated, and remembered for years. It's the kind of sports story that fuels conversations, dominates social media, and keeps fans on the edge of their seats, wondering what the league will do next and how history will ultimately judge this astonishing twist. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!